The first time I realized my mother cared more about appearances than actual people was when she made my sister cry at her own birthday party. Not the quiet kind of crying either, the full-on, mascara running, shoulder-shaking kind that makes everyone stop and stare. And you know what my mom did? She smiled. That perfect plastic smile that never quite reached her eyes. I'm Amelia, and I grew up in a house where image was everything. Where the grass had to be exactly 1 inch tall, where family photos were choreographed like Broadway productions, and where my mother's word was absolute law. Lena, sweetie, you need to stop this right now, Mom said through clenched teeth, still maintaining that picture-perfect smile as my sister sobbed over her ruined birthday cake. People are watching. The cake wasn't even ruined, just slightly tilted from where Lena had bumped the table in her excitement. But to my mother, slightly imperfect, might as well have been destroyed. It's fine, Mom, I said, stepping forward. We can just… Amelia. Her voice cut through the air like a whip. Take your sister inside, now. I led Lena away from her own party, past the perfectly arranged refreshment table and manicured lawn, where our select guests pretended not to notice the drama unfolding. As soon as we were inside, Lena collapsed against me. I just wanted to see if the flowers were real, she hiccuped, referring to the sugar decorations on her cake. I know, kiddo. I hugged her tight. Mom's just being Mom. That night, after the guests had gone and Lena was in bed, I overheard Mom on the phone in her study. The door was cracked open just enough for me to see her pacing. Rocky, I need another extension. Yes, I know what I promised, but… Her voice dropped to a whisper. The party alone cost $3,000. I had to maintain appearances. No, don't you dare tell anyone about… She must have sensed my presence, because she whirled around, face white as chalk. Our eyes met through the gap in the door. I'll call you back, she said quickly, hanging up. I tried to step away, but she was faster. The door flew open, and she grabbed my arm, her perfectly manicured nails digging into my skin. What did you hear? Nothing, I lied. I was just going to ask about tomorrow's dinner. Her eyes narrowed, searching my face for any sign of deception. We're having the Harveys over. Their son Wade is in your class, isn't he? I nodded, trying to keep my expression neutral. Wade was actually one of the few people at school I could stand, mainly because he seemed to see through everyone's BS as clearly as I did. Wear the blue dress I bought you, she commanded, and do something with your hair. It looks common. Later that night, I called my best friend Toby, the only person who truly understood what it was like living under my mother's regime. You should have seen her today, I whispered into my phone, curled up in my window seat. She made Lena cry over a cake. Toby, a cake. Your mom's got issues, Ames, he replied. Like, serious control freak issues. Tell me about it. And I think I just overheard something I wasn't supposed to. Spill. She was talking to Rocky. You know, that sketchy friend of hers? Something about needing an extension and promising money. Wait, Toby interrupted. Isn't Rocky the one who runs that investment group your mom's always bragging about? Yeah, but this didn't sound like normal investment talk. She looked scared, Toby. I've never seen her scared before. A soft knock at my door made me jump. Amelia, it was Lena. Gotta go, I told Toby quickly. Text you later. Lena slipped into my room, her eyes still puffy from crying. Without a word, she climbed onto my bed and curled up next to me like she used to when we were little. Am I a bad person? She asked in a small voice. What? No. Why would you think that? Because I made Mom angry.